Hey there everyone, I am Dresden and welcome back to another episode of Driving Until Destroyed. Today we have another automation special because there's just so many vehicles in automation, and I've got two that are nice and then two that are interesting, one that's interesting and one that's just kind of cool. We're starting off with the 1987 OMC Docetta base model. There's only one version of this and it is the base model. It has 66 horsepower and weighs almost a ton. So really light, not a lot of horsepower, but because of how light it is, it should be decent, I would imagine. Kind of just like the Nibishu Covet, which I ran one last episode, I believe. Whoops, sorry, that was my earbud. I have earbuds in. I just flicked one of them into my microphone. So if you heard that, I'm sorry. Can we make this jump? This isn't very fast. We did, okay. Well, we made the jump. Did we land the jump? No. But with a little bounce, we did make it. Which I guess is all we really need to do. Ooh, let's make this turn now. That doesn't give me hope for the big jump. Or the other jump. Like, the big jump can be sort of damaging, but you land in mud if you really mess up a little bad. So it's not the worst. But the last jump on the course, before you finish a lap, that's the devastating one. And if we can't make it over that, then we're going to have some real issues. But we got to make it over this one first. We got to make it to this one first, which I don't think it'll be bad making it to it. None of this is really tough on the vehicle, besides those bumps back there. This is just making sure you can turn and lining up for the jump, and then here's the jump. I don't think we're going to have enough speed. You need like 50 miles an hour to clear it. So, ow. Again, though, really bad landing. But it just ate that. We do have a problem with our front axle, it looks like. Not exactly what you want. I also think that our total distance reader is off a little bit because that front wheel's spinning so fast and touching the ground sometimes. But I'm not sure. I guess we'll see when we make it a lap, if we make it a lap. Here's the destructive jump. Here's the really bad one if we get it wrong. Ooh, and we got it wrong. Yeah, definitely not a very fast vehicle. Not exactly suited for this course. Not suited for much. Besides maybe some, like, city driving, I guess, with not a very expensive vehicle. That's really all you can do with this. We've not gone 1.4 miles. We've gone like 1.2, 1.3-ish. Because the finish line of this course is at 1.6 miles exactly. Or almost exactly. So once we get to that finish line, we know that's 1.6. That total distance thing, I need to find something, because it reads total distance, but it reads total distance that the wheels travel. And when the wheels are spinning, then it knocks off the total distance. Which is annoying, and so I kind of just have to guesstimate what the total distance is. Like, this is 1.6 miles. Oh, I ditched my face, and we're off the path now. That was 1.6. So, uh-oh. Okay, now that's not the end of the world. Those potholes are a little bit brutal. We are starved of oil, but, you know, whatever. That's not the worst thing in the world to happen to us. But yeah, you can see, like, with my wheel spinning, that total distance reader goes up really fast. We're barely moving. And it's going up. So, well, yeah. If you know distance, you know that we have not gone 2.1 miles. It's kind of close, though. We've gone probably 1.7 at this corner here. I would say 1.8 would be what this jump would read, this first jump here. I have a feeling we're not making it much further. The vehicle's not feeling like it's gonna die, it's just becoming undrivable. And that's, you know, an issue. You need to be able to drive your vehicle most times. Oh, Ooh. Oh. Yeah, we're done. Okay, that's about 1.8 miles. I can be generous and give it 1.9, which I'll do. Because we turned around. Yeah, I mean, and that's just the dangerous part of this jump here, is there's water on both sides. It's the same with the big jump. There's water on both sides, and if you really land it wrong, you're done. But I tried to go forward, and it wasn't moving. It wasn't even stopping from going backwards. And we did break our radiator, so we would have overheated soon anyway. But yeah, we went about 1.9 miles. That's not too bad. So on to the next vehicle. Alright everyone, this will be interesting. This is the Vermilion Daredevil SPV 405 Centurion. I do have 4 vehicles lined up for today. But if this doesn't die soon, we might not get to the 4th one. And that's okay, I'll run it next episode. But this is very loud. It's very fast, rear-wheel drive. I could not turn off the ESC. It was only sport and comfort, so that's why we're in sport mode currently. Usually I turn off the ESC, the stability control and stuff, if I'm able to. But I was not able to with this vehicle. This feels really nice to drive. Like really nice to drive. It's not even spinning too much. Ooh, good landing? Okay, well, we could have done without the roll. All things considered though, that was like a perfect landing. We didn't even lose anything. There's barely any visual damage. You'd never know that we rolled over. So, while I'm concerned, that's pretty much, for this course, a perfect landing. I don't know why our engine just shut off. Also, I don't know if our body was like that before, but it looks like it's buckling. I don't know if that's a thing that can happen in automation vehicles. I guess they can bend in interesting ways, so maybe that's happened. One thing I'm really worried about this is it seems like it's got a radiator. Also, there's 3 versions to this vehicle, so it's like a nicely made automation mod. Like this person knew what they were doing. So it's definitely got a radiator, which is good because we've ran automation vehicles without radiators before. But if that radiator breaks, I feel like this engine is putting out so much heat that we're not going to make it much further. That mixed with, I'm, as with all automation vehicles, worried about the axles. Suspension's not a big problem, it's the axles that are an issue in automation vehicles. This is feeling good so far though. We've made it a mile. I actually trust the odometer this time. Pretty much trust it. Can we clear this? Oh yeah, easy. Oh, okay, we're fine. That, we've hit that corner pretty hard a few times. I wonder if we're just heavier towards that side. Maybe because of how the dashboard is laid out. I don't know if those add weight in automation vehicles, like the dashboard stuff. And the fact that there's more on the left side, like the steering wheel and stuff, maybe it's just heavier on that side. In the game's eyes, I don't actually know. Dang, this thing is like, it's loosey-goosey though, I'll tell you that much. This is not something I would want to drive to work every day. It's like a Corvette Z06, it just wants to go. You can't drive it nicely. It's really hard to anyway. It just wants to move. Okay, that's 1 lap, and you can see we have gone 1.6 miles. Pretty much as soon as we finish that lap. So yeah. Oh. I got caught on a wall there, that's okay. So this is, yeah, 1 lap is 1.6 miles. Also, I didn't say it, this weighs about 2 tons, and has 430 horsepower. So there's a reason why it's so ungodly loud and fast and likes to spin the wheels. Rear-wheel drive sports or muscle car, yeah, not sports car, muscle car. It makes sense. Can we clear this? Can we clear this? Yeah, easy. Nice enough landing. Decent landing, some may say. Let's go ahead and swing her around. And bring it through this smaller jump. 2nd of the 4 on the course. That one can do a lot of damage, especially to radiators and undercarriages, just because it's really hard to actually make that jump. You have to be going like really fast, probably 50 miles an hour, to clear the little wall on that side. I don't know if I ever really have. unless I'm in like a Baja vehicle, that the suspension just springs enough and compresses enough that it doesn't really cause damage. I think I've clonked that on every vehicle. Or if we're going too slow. I've done that too. Going too slow, you don't even make it off the ramp. It's super nice, and just kind of climb your way back out the other side. Done that one too. Okay, let's try. See, I'm only 30% throttle right now, and we made it to 60 miles an hour. This thing's got a lot of power. Ungodly amount of power for what it is. I mean, for what it is, it makes sense. For this course, it's maybe a little excessive, but I'm managing it fine. I'm glad. Ooh, radiator leaking. See, now that's where our issues start to come. Also, that was a terrible jump, and we probably lost that mirror. Nope, we didn't lose that mirror, but our engine is starved of oil, and our radiator's leaking. So now is when we get to the problem part. And I hope that this water cools it. It's not really raising the temp too much. Water can cool nicely. It also just grabbed our undercarriage in the rocks. Whoa. Okay. I don't know why the engine wasn't starting there. That was scary a little bit. Yeah, okay, so the water does cool nicely. We have 0 temperature in our engine anymore because it was in the water. Also probably warped our engine a lot, realistically, but that's okay. We don't need a nice engine. Yeah, I'm not actually like ever going full throttle in this thing. If you look at the bottom middle of the screen, you can see my throttle. If I go full throttle, we're gonna spin. So I don't think, like, here's full throttle. Yeah, I don't think full throttle is really a reasonable thing, which might actually save our engine. Also, the odometer thing in the bottom middle is still on point, which is great to see. Yeah, but our dodge here is like super out of control if I go full throttle, so I don't think we're going to do that. Our wheels are bent, our front wheels. We are pulling to the right a little bit, but I think they're both bent in toward themselves, or toward each other rather. I don't really think it's causing a big issue. Good landing. Yeah, good landing. Okay. I like landings like that. They don't really do too much damage. This thing's making it really far, guys. I didn't expect our Dodge Challenger to make it this far. Our Vermilion Daredevil. It's kind of funny that they called it the Challenger, right? Because Daredevil, Challenger, I feel like those can kind of go together. I'm sure that's why they named it this. Whomever created the vehicle. Also, the names that I'm saying of the vehicles, you go ahead and if you look those up pretty much in the automation repository in the game, you'll find the vehicles. I think that's where the credit. I'm not going to leave links to the vehicles or anything because that's a lot of work in the description. Though you should still read the description of all my videos. There's plenty of links down there to, you know, my merch, my second channel, my Twitch that I stream on at least twice a week. Once or twice a week. Over the summer, I always stream a lot more. Over weekends, when I'm not working, I tend to stream a lot more as well. So, check those out. Okay. Sorry, lost my voice for a minute there. That wasn't terrible. That wasn't terrible. I'm impressed in this. I don't know how far the farthest vehicle's gotten. I think just over 2 laps. We might get there in this. I think we're already in second place. I would imagine. I mean, 4.2 miles is a lot of distance to cover. Issue now, having a hard time steering left. Well, I mean, it felt like I was back there, but I'm not really anymore. Sorry, my voice, I don't know what's happening to my voice. It just keeps kind of disappearing. That was almost a perfect jump. That's crazy that we can still do that after going this far in this vehicle. In a muscle car, in a rear-wheel drive muscle. Ooh, we grabbed that rock again. That's okay. I doubt we cooled as much that time, if any. Oh, we did cool a little bit, but not a lot. Sadly. We don't, I wouldn't say we have full engine power anymore. But we still somehow have close to full engine power, which is crazy to me. I don't know how we do, but we do. Uh-oh. Thank goodness it's an automation vehicle, right? Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's actually really bad. Okay, so that wheel is backwards. Actually, that wheel, maybe that's why we're having such a hard time steering. That front right wheel is just not, I mean, I can't see the front right with where my camera angle is. I think that front right wheel might be broken. I just have a hunch. That front right is not functioning properly, some may say. Just a hunch though, you know, there's no proven points to that. I can start to be a little harder on the throttle now though, because, you know, we've got a wheel dragging us down. Which is bad for the overheating problem. Yeah, my handling is not where it used to be. Can we make it up this hill? Will the gearbox let me make it up this hill? Okay. Now, I don't want to count this out, because I know it still has more in it. Ooh, but we can't turn right currently. Okay, I'll give it one more try. Our problem is that that wheel doesn't really let us turn right, though it is now. Can we spin it around? Can we swing it? Yep. Okay. Can we make it up this? Okay, we're back on. 5.2 miles with that little turnaround. Now, our problem currently is we're gonna overheat. If we don't touch water, we're gonna overheat, and I also don't have as much control anymore over this thing because of that wheel. That was a funny jump. Which, I mean, is an issue. But that jump, like, because this is an automation vehicle, that jump landing was perfect. Because, you know, there isn't much you can break in these. You can break the axles, obviously, but that axle still has power, it's just sideways. Which is actually what's causing us a bunch of problems. It's because that axle still has power and is still being driven by the engine. It's pulling whatever direction that wheel's facing, which is currently backwards. Does it still have power? Oh, it might not. Usually they do. I don't think it does, though. And usually when an axle breaks like that, and bends like that, in automation vehicles, the vehicle still has power drawing that wheel. But I guess not. So, that's actually a good thing, in the grand scheme of things. I don't think we're getting to that fourth vehicle, by the way. This thing has lasted much longer than I thought it would. 5.7 miles. It has got to be really close to first place, if not first place already. I'm so impressed in this Dodge Challenger look-alike and drive-alike. And it's like a fast one, too. It's not even like some slow, dinky thing. It's a fast Dodge Challenger. And we're fine. Well, okay, maybe not fine. I'm not turning that way. We went that way. So, this is actually, yeah, overheating is starting. Head gasket is damaged. I'm more worried about the fact that we can't turn left, because that front wheel is not on the ground, which means that we're out. As you can see, front wheel is not touching the ground. The only one that has any control over it is completely off the ground because of how our chassis is bent. So, we're going to have to count it out at a solid 5.9 miles. That is so far. That's so far for this thing. That's crazy. But, hey, I mean, it did its job. So, go it. 5.9 miles. Holy smokes. Alrighty. On to the third and final vehicle for this episode. The one that I was going to do that's kind of just funny. I'm going to move to the next episode. So, on to the third and final vehicle. Alright, and this should be interesting. This is the Pod Racer 1 Anakin Skywalker. I don't know how this is going to go. I can't turn off the ESC again, so I have it in off-road. Actually, I'll put it in sport because that's what we usually run vehicles in. 361 horsepower, weighs 2 tons somehow. I don't know what this vehicle is. I don't know how big it is. I don't know anything about it. I cannot tell. All I can see is a pod racer. So, this will be interesting. I won't know when we bend a wheel. I won't know. Yeah, I don't know the size limits of this thing. It feels pretty bouncy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ow. This. Yeah. You know what? We'll go with it. That felt like a good landing. All things considered. All things considered, that felt like a good landing. What drive are we? Feels like we're all-wheel drive. If I had to venture a guess, I would say all-wheel drive. Ouch. Because we're not really throwing the back end around very much. And we do have 360 horsepower, and we are on dirt. Oh my gosh, my voice is really bad today. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is good. Are we pulling to the left? I can't tell. I can't see if any wheels are bent. This is gonna be a really hard vehicle to run. Like, I didn't actually think about that. About how difficult this thing's gonna be to drive on this course, and to know when you're actually out. Like, I could lose a wheel at any moment and not notice. Ooh. Okay, what are the vehicle? Oh my gosh. What is jiggling down there? What is that? Okay, we are in some SUV. It's a big old SUV. Big tires, so off-road tires? I don't know. Okay. So a big V8 SUV. That's what we're running right now. V8, I think that one's purely a guess. Definitely a big, like, Chevy Suburban thing though. Just invisible. Which, I mean, this thing looks cool. The Luke Skywalker pod racer looks neat, but not the best to run on this course, I don't think. It's gonna be really difficult to do. Look at that though. It's kind of cool, actually. I kind of like how this thing's invisible. It feels really good to drive too. Like, well, okay. It doesn't feel bad to drive. We're having that one wheel slip going on in our unlocked differentials, which means that we are putting down a lot of power. Obviously. It's a pod racer. It's run off two, like, giant jet engines. So, that makes sense. Seriously, we're really getting that one wheel slip. That's crazy. That's a lot of it. Okay. That's one lap, 1.7 miles, I guess. It's close enough. We'll subtract 0.1 miles at the end because of the wheel spin. But I think it's pretty close to real. Okay. Man. This thing's also little for a pod racer, all things considered. I was really expecting this to be like an actual, like, different type of vehicle though. Like the pod racer itself to be like a separate type of vehicle. But it's just inset in a truck, which is still neat. But I feel like it should be much faster and quieter. I feel like pod racers in the movies are not this loud. But you know, whatever. It's automation. And it looks cool. So I'll leave it. I'll leave it be. Someone took a lot of time building this. Man. I'm sorry for the long episode. I feel like this is a long episode. Because of that last vehicle. Like, just demolishing the track. This one's doing really well, too. The last one almost made it the first one almost made it 2 miles. I think I just picked decent vehicles this time. Though, I think we're dragging a wheel because we're down on power. Oh! Ow! That sounded really, really bad. We're still driving though. Pulling to the right. I can feel that. I'm pretty sure. I'll try to go in a straight line. Yeah, I think we're pulling to the right a bit. Yeah. Oh, definitely. That's actually a lot. That's more than a bit. I've just been, you know, constantly fixing it in my mind, not even paying attention to the fact that we're pulling that bad. Right through that with no problems. That water, but if you got like a lower vehicle, like we demonstrated last time, I guess. You got a lower vehicle, that thing can rip out drive shafts, that can rip out engines completely. It can rip off the front end of the vehicle, the rear end of the vehicle, it can pop tires, all kinds of stuff. Automation vehicles, you're not going to pop tires. Still rip out the engine and stuff though. I'm staying far away from those poles. I still don't really know my spatial limitations. My cousin is playing RimWorld, apparently. Again, twice now. I guess it crashed. I don't know. RimWorld shouldn't really crash. It doesn't seem like a game that should crash, especially with the computer he has. But, you know. There's that for you. We've made it 2 laps. This thing is good. It's a good, whatever is underneath this is really good. And I think the fact that I can't see it might be making me drive it better because I'm being more careful. Ooh, good jump. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, no, that was actually fine. Man. Go this pod racer. Go this Chevy Suburban with a pod racer shoved inside of it and then an invisibility cloak put on it. That's pretty much what's going on here. Wow. Yeah. This thing's good. This thing is good. Yet another person who knows how to build a vehicle in automation. It's kind of nice when you get that. Feels like all 3 vehicles today were pretty good. The first one, it's probably not someone as talented. This is coming from me who makes automation vehicles. I'm terrible at it. I don't even know how to upload them to Beam. So, I do, but not like so you can download them, you know. I should probably actually figure that out. Because I made videos in the past building vehicles specifically for videos. I made the brightest vehicle in the world. Which we will run at some point on this course, I'm sure. I still have it on my computer, so I'm sure we will run it at some point. Just don't know when. Yeah. really good going from this thing. I'm hungry, man. I was expecting this would be a short video. Go shower, go eat, go to work. You know? No, I've been recording for 30 minutes. Oh boy. Let's go to the water. Nicely to the water. I'm almost wanting this to break. Because I feel like this can go on a lot longer. Depending, I don't actually, you know, that landing off that jump was pretty bad. Something feels broken in the front end. I may have also fixed the pulling to the right problem, for the most part, by doing what I just did. So, go me, I guess. Yeah, I think I did sort of fix that problem. Stay away from the poles. Ew. We're fine. 3 laps. We may end up surpassing the Dodge that we ran earlier. Ooh, spun out our pod racer. Just a little bit. Yeah, we might end up surpassing the Vermilion Daredevil. Ooh, something's not right. Or I'm just heavier on the throttle for some reason. That's also possible. That's why I'm spinning out. Okay, are we actually broken? He's playing RimWorld again. I would have thunk it. No, we're not super broken, I guess. But not perfect anymore. So, you know, that is what it is. Decent jump. Nice landing. Actually, really good landing. That probably wouldn't have broken much on a normal vehicle, let alone automation vehicle. And over this. Okay. Okay. 5.6 miles. I think we are going to pass the Vermilion Daredevil. I think this will take first place. If the Daredevil didn't take first place for, you know, one vehicle, then this definitely will. Because I don't know if we've ever made it over 6 miles. And I have a feeling that by the time we get to that jump, we're going to make it over 6 miles. So, pretty sure that this will be good. This will be a first place vehicle. Usually automation mods don't even like run very well too. Like all of the automation mods that I've ran in the past usually break pretty fast. The wheels bend or something. That's bad. We're upside down. We've made it 6 miles. And we still have pretty much full control over the vehicle. Not like nothing's gone wrong. Besides a little bit of pulling to the right. This thing is pretty much pristine. I don't think we're ever gonna have another vehicle get this far. That was really bad. I managed to bend. That was so bad that I managed to bend one of the pod racer fins on the front that are inset into the vehicle. So I'm imagining the front of this Suburban's not looking too good. Probably pretty bent. If I had to take a guess. But, you know, we're still fine. Somehow. I don't really know how we're still this fine. We even, like, drive in almost a straight line still. That's crazy. That's impressive. Good job going. Good going on this. Ooh, pole. Okay, we're fine. I almost wanted to hit that pole, too. Okay. Just to get this thing to stop driving. That's 4 laps, folks. That's 6.7 miles is what we're reading on the odometer. I'd assume it's like 6.4 is... 6, 12, 18. 6.8 should be... No. Maybe I can't do... Wait, 24. Yeah, 6.4 miles would be that. But I'm going to give it whatever it says on the odometer at this point, because I don't think anything else is ever going to make it this far. And we did have to turn around once or twice. That was still a perfect jump. We're 4 laps in. We're 4 laps in to this course that's made to destroy a vehicle in like a lap, maybe 2. 4 laps in. And we still drive near perfect. At some point, we're just going to be a ball of metal with 4 wheels and an engine, and we're still going to be fine. I don't really understand how it's this okay. But it is. We're still trucking along. This video better be recording, because I'm not recording this video. I've been recording for 36 minutes. So, at this point, if the video's not recording, you're not seeing this vehicle. Because this is insane how long it's lasting. Okay. We're gonna start actually taking the whoops like whoops. We're gonna start kinda, you know, because nothing's ever gonna make it this far again. We're gonna start actually taking the whoops. And this is a jump. We're gonna try and get, you know, speed going. We're gonna try and get this vehicle out. I've been recording for too long. This thing has lasted too long. It's lasted 4.5, almost 5 laps. And like I said, vehicles are supposed to die after like 2 laps on this course. So, I don't know how it's lasted this long, but it has. We're just gonna keep it going until it dies, because that's all we can do. I even think our wheels are still pretty much facing all the same direction, which is crazy to me how that's happening, how we're still fine. But we're gonna actually take the potholes, which probably won't even do anything, because as we saw from the node grabbing, this thing's wheels are massive. So yeah, potholes didn't even do anything. I don't know how. This is almost double the furthest we've ever made it on this course. I do feel something funny happening in the front end. Whenever I try to turn right, it wobbles a lot, and it doesn't really turn right as well as it used to. So something's not right in the front. I think we've got some bent wheels. I would imagine we've got some bent wheels. Someone just walked outside in my house. But... okay. We're still fine, though. You know what? Maybe this thing will run out of gas. Maybe that's how it'll go out. It's by running out of gas. This is going to be the hour-long special because this thing just will not die. I don't even understand how it's possible that this thing is not dead yet. I don't understand. But it's fine. It's okay. I don't know how. If you're still watching to this point in the video, go you, because I wouldn't be. Actually, I probably would be. Okay, we're coming around this corner. Let's whip it around a bit. Let's line it up for the big jump for the 6th time? 6 or 7 times lined it up for this jump. And we're going to get a decent landing again. I don't even understand how it's still running. Sorry, my door is really loud. If you couldn't tell. If you couldn't hear that. Yeah, 9.4 miles is crazy. Ooh, we're not going to clear that. Ooh, we did clear it just barely. Just barely, too. Over the water, through the water, over the rocks. We're fine over the rocks still. Guys, I don't know. This is like a vehicle that I feel like we should time-lapse for the rest of this. We're not going to time-lapse it, but... wowee. Is this lasting a while? This is the longest recording session I think I've ever had on a Driving Until Destroyed, except for, I think there was like episode 2 or 3 at some point. My computer ended up crashing. But it still recorded, I just had to reload the game. That took like 10 minutes. Ooh, spun out, but we're just gonna... oh! Yeah, I forgot that we're invisible, so that clunk kind of shocked me. This, folks, is 10 miles. I don't see how it's possible. But it is. It is possible. It's happening. 10 miles on the most destructive track that I've ever driven on. With any vehicle. We've driven 10 miles and we're still fine. I don't get it, folks. I don't get it. I don't get how this thing is still driving. But it is. I don't get how I haven't lost sanity. Well, I have. Okay. We're playing Phas right now. My sanity is at like 49. The ghost is about to start hunting. Speaking of phasmophobia, you should go watch my Phas content. I don't really upload videos on phasmophobia, but I upload Twitch VODs on phasmophobia, which give you a nice longer video, and I think that they are probably more entertaining than this series, in my opinion. The VODs are so good. I love streaming. I would rather stream than record videos, but I don't want to just run this channel off VODs, so I gotta have some series somewhere. But yeah, go check out my Phas content. We're also gonna have like other content, like American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator. I just bought those two. I actually just bought a lot of games, so lots more content. I might start a series on a game called Cult of the Lamb. I'm gonna probably buy that either next paycheck or once it goes on sale. Yeah, I just bought 6 games, so expect some interesting videos to come out. I've also got shared library with one of my friends, Jacob Melosendo, you might know him as, from the titles of the Faz videos. He's in most of the Faz streams. Him and my friend Navi are in most of the Faz streams. Sometimes Jonah, Monev. Okay, let's take a look. This wheel, let's flip ourselves first. Okay. That wheel's bent inward. This wheel's really bent inward. Yeah, our rear wheels look fine. But that explains why we're pulling to the right a bit. Ooh, please? Wait, what's happening? Okay. We're fine. I think that landing did tweak that front left, though. I think that's why it looked like that, because we're pulling really hard to the right now. Which is a bit annoying, some may say. I'm one of those some who would say that. God. I'm shocked. I picked this thing being like, it's gonna die fast, it's just gonna be funny to run. I expected to run 4 vehicles this episode. No. We have the Vermilion, which ran 5 miles. Dodge Challenger. That Vermilion's a Dodge Challenger. It ran 5 miles on this course. That's insane. This thing has gone 11.5 miles, and I've been running it for almost 20 minutes at this point, I think. And it still moves. And it's still fine. Maybe not fine. You know, it's getting worse. It's definitely getting worse. But jeez, like I'm shocked it's still driving. I'll never get a vehicle to run this far again, and I will never probably have the patience to get a vehicle to run this far again. And yet, here it is. This thing is going. It's cooking still, too. It's, well, okay. Almost clearing the jumps. It would have cleared that if I got more speed. Which, well, pfft, that's how jumps work, dummy. Yeah, it would have cleared it if you got more speed. Sorry. I'm going, my sanity meter's at like 25 now, so. What a way to go out, you know? Little clonk off that jump, main engine broken. Absolutely zero power to this vehicle anymore, just suddenly. I wish that I really wish I could see the underlying vehicle, because, oh. Yeah. Dude, that's the front end, and remember how it was, like, down here? Yeah, it's been pushed up a little bit. Yeah, it's crumbled a lot. That would explain why these got bent, too. How's the back look? Back looks okay. This might be bent in a little bit over here. I think that's where I spun out, though. The wheels are both pointing to the left a little bit. I know, that's pointing to the right. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so, that happened. Yeah, 12.2 miles is absolutely bonkers. I can't even imagine that any vehicle ever going 12.2 miles on this course again. That's insane. We've been recording for 46 minutes. It's also insane for one of these episodes. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash the like button, hit the red subscribe button, and that bell icon down below to get notified of when I upload. If you made it this far in the video, go you. And you're going to want to check out some of my other content because there's stuff better than this series on there. I'll tell you that much. I have 793 videos, I think is what this one is. My 793rd video. That's a lot of videos, folks. So go ahead and, or 600. 6 or 790 something. I don't remember. It's too early in the morning. But yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, goodbye.